Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
It's Tea Talk with your girl, Lydia Diamond. Look who I got. Mia! Mrs. Pratt.
That's right.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Congratulations, Mama.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting married. That's a beautiful thing. Take it from an old lady who ain't never been married. I love that you tied the knot.
Thank you.
You've been with your man a long time, and it was that time,
It was.
know. And I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Does he have a brother?
He does.
That's
he is.
available?
He does. Folks might watch.
Okay,
this
I'm
on
wrong
the
for that. All right. Anyway, welcome.
Thank you.
Would you like to introduce yourself? Tell our friends that's watching who you are and what you do.
Sure. My name is Mia Pratt, formerly Schultz. I use she and her pronouns, and I am currently the president of the Rutland Area NAACP.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. I'm also the commissioner for the Vermont's Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which Lydia has worked on with me as well.
And it's been rewarding,
Yeah.
you know, because when it comes to truth, I try to live my life according to my truth and to always be honest with whomever I need to, you know, hear my truth, appreciate my truth. And I feel like America needs a lesson about truth and reconciliation.
Oh, boy.
And let's start with Juneteenth, because they done lied to us. Okay, the Emancipation Proclamation was 1865, they say? 1863? They lied, because we still haven't recovered from the oppression of slavery and all that it produced. You know, we were set free, but we were set free with nothing, with no way to eat, no way to build, you know. And it's unfortunate that in 2026, it's still happening. You know, we've been through so much as a people, you know, and this country has never apologized in any honest and truthful way. This country has never given us our reparations, you know, like, what is it, 40 acres and a mule? Well, it's 400 acres and I needed an electric Benz. Okay?
There you go.
Don't hurt the dream. But I do feel like as a people, and it's Juneteenth and we celebrating, but I feel like we've lived through being targeted, tormented, and traumatized. And I created that definition because of what I've been going through personally with being discriminated against because of the color of my skin, you know. And I think about Dr. King saying how he want us, you know, he want his children to have the opportunity to be appreciated for who they are and what they bring to the table. I'm paraphrasing, you know, but there's just so many people who just don't see it that way. They just prefer to do underhanded, despicable things. And I'm so tired. I'm really, really exhausted with racism and all that it comes with. You know, for example, Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
That thing hurt me.
It hurts every time we see those
It's like,
stories. Absolutely.
First of all, how does a jury of his peers be all white?
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense, you know, and I feel so bad for his parent. The child was defending himself from bullies, racial bully.
Yeah.
And he gets 35 years? That's despicable, and it hurts. And then the other young man, he was 14. I think the owner's name is Rick Chow, shot the child in the back, and they let him go.
Yeah.
Like, where's the justice?
There's the justice. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
And it's so I'm tired of being afraid. I got grandbabies. You know, how do I teach them to protect themselves?
Well, you know, Lydia, when I think about Juneteenth, yes, I think about the oppression, the hundreds and hundreds of years of oppression, of course, because we're talking about Freedom Day.
Yes.
And you can't talk about Freedom Day without talking about the oppression that led to Freedom Day. But I'm going to just kind of go back because where I come from Arizona, very close to Texas. So we never took Juneteenth for granted. Like Juneteenth was an event. My entire upbringing, every year, Juneteenth was a day of joy.
Yeah.
And when I think about when the folks in Galveston, Texas were first told or notified that slavery was over and how they took to celebration and joy, took to community, tried to find their relatives that they had been separated from, and they took a beat to celebrate and be in community and joy. Even despite and in spite, nothing was set up for them to succeed. They wanted to take a beat and celebrate and joy, and have been doing so since that day.
I love that part. You know, as a people, I love that our people are able to say, this is a joyous occasion, and we have to continue to make sure that the future generations know. You know, and I saw somewhere they had Juneteenth food. And girl, I was like, oh, who taught these people how to cook? You know it come from us. Every bit of it, them black-eyed peas. Oh, yes.
And Juneteenth about the red food,
That
too, right?
red
We gotta
velvet
have the
cake,
red velvet
baby.
cake.
That
We gotta,
red
so we
velvet
know how to
cake.
celebrate.
Oh, yes,
And we need
indeed.
to know, we know how to be in joy in spite of all the oppression and the things that we see and experience every single day. So I like to take Juneteenth, I take Juneteenth very seriously. It is actually, since it's become sort of more popularized or
thankful it's a
whatever,
holiday
it's a
now.
holiday, but since then, it has been like sort of now a multiracial event where it was never that way for me before.
Okay.
Before it was us, and it was about us, and it was about us celebrating each other and being in community. And now we're sort of like sharing this holiday.
Yes.
And that has been a little bit of a struggle for me, just
can imagine.
from where I come from. And it's also like, how do we use this opportunity to teach as well? But we're always teaching. So I go back, we are always teaching.
It never ends.
So maybe it's an opportunity for them to do their own learning, for others. And by others, I mean anybody who else is not from especially African descendant of slaves. Right? For them to learn more about this day and figure out their place and their responsibility moving forward so that we can get to what Dr. King said, where we can be judged by the content of our character rather than the color of our skin.
Amen.
And that's an aspiration, but I'm going to tell you, I will not let Juneteenth be taken from me. And that means joy.
Not never.
That means joy. And if that means a little bit of recognition from them in terms of the history that led us to here and the present day realities, then, and I have to share a little bit of that, that's fine. But they will never take the joy of Juneteenth from me. It's a childhood memory.
I have to be honest, I didn't celebrate Juneteenth growing up. I celebrated the 4th of July. And even in high school, they never taught about Juneteenth, you know. And so, you know, there came a time when I did learn of Juneteenth, and I went to my dad, that's my hero, you know. And I'm like, Daddy, how come we never celebrated Juneteenth, you know? And this wasn't that long ago. And his response was, what you talking about, Liddy? We celebrate everything. But he didn't comprehend what I was talking about. And that's okay, because I love my pops. You know, I remember him being phenomenal growing up, you know. And he was telling the truth. We did celebrate everything. And it was not just for us, it was by us.
Yeah.
It was joyous.
It was joy.
It was community.
Why do you think
loving on
everybody
each
wants
other.
to be at our cookout?
Hello?
Hello.
It was joyous every time.
Every time we get together.
Yes.
Yes.
And I miss that, you know.
Yes.
And I want to shout out Taistia Green, because when she did that Juneteenth, that very first one here in Burlington, baby, I still carry the joy of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's never been the same since.
The assignment
but
is
when
about joy.
she did that one, that first one in Burlington, baby, it was the BEST. I truly still carry that joy. You know, let me shout out Farine Paris of All Hearts Inspirations.
Yes.
She's doing Juneteenth sales. And I think y'all should call her up and sign up immediately. And she could use some donations.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Support.
And I haven't been brave enough to get on the boat, but I'm going to keep trying to build up my strength, because I would like to, you know. It's just that I feel like the boat would not agree with this old body, so.
Well, I'm going to give it a try tonight.
Well,
and
good.
you're right. Farine does need all of the lifting up. She puts this on for the last, I want to say, 3 or 4 years.
Yes.
The NAACP supports her.
Yes, I love that.
We, every year, as many years as we can, we have, and we try to find opportunities to lift up our folks here, you know, because when you go back to freedom, freedom is defined all kinds of different ways. Mm-hmm. And it's a very individual thing, too. Like, what is freedom to you? Mm-hmm. Some found freedom in being educated. Mm-hmm. Some folks find freedom in being on the lake.
That water is everything.
That's freedom for some folks. Like, how can we find freedom? This is the day to find joy and and celebrate our freedom in the ways that we can.
And continue to celebrate how far we've come.
Absolutely.
Yes, the fight never stops, but I'm grateful and thankful that I try to poke big holes into oppression every day.
Every day we're fighting it.
Every day is a teaching opportunity for folks. You know, for example, when I ran for office in South Burlington, baby, people gave me a run for my money, but I truly made sure that I enjoyed myself, you know, because it wasn't about numbers and it wasn't about campaigns. It was about getting to know my community and wanting to represent them. I had that freedom.
To me, that's freedom.
Hello?
Absolutely, that's freedom.
That's
because
right.
the freedom to not care about what anybody else thinks.
I don't.
And especially those who have had the thumbs on your neck for so long, right? Freedom is like having them out of your head, out of your space, and moving on in the ways that you can.
That's right. Absolutely.
And really, quite frankly, none of us are free if we really want to look at everything, the way that everything's structured.
But
None
we
of us
get
are
up
free.
every day and try to accomplish that freedom, not just for ourselves, but for others. You know, like the man who shot Cyrus Belton was an Asian man, and he shot Cyrus in the back. And they let him walk free, you know, which makes no sense. But ever since that took place, there's been an Asian boycott, you know, because of the way we get discriminated by everybody.
Anti-blackness.
You know, it's like piling on black people. Mm-hmm. You know, they could take it. No, we shouldn't have to deal with that at all, because we are a loving and kind people. We take a lot of crap and we keep rising. We keep growing. We keep planning to knock the O out of oppression, okay? Yeah. Because, like I said, I got grandbabies, you know? And it's like, how do I teach them to protect themselves from bullies without murdering somebody, you know? Because I really don't believe that child intended to murder the other child, you know, but he wanted to stand up for himself. I mean, self-defense is for everybody, not just white folk. You know what I'm saying? And, there was a very old case, very similar to the Carmelo Anthony case. I mean, it's all over the social media, but it hurts.
It does.
It hurts.
It sure
It
does.
hurts like when Kamala didn't win the election. I have not been okay since then, but I've been trying to work towards healing because I feel like we was robbed. We was cheated. Kamala becoming president would have knocked the O out of oppression, baby. Oh!
I mean, when you talking about we're about to hit 250 years, right? When you talking about that plus a few hundred years on top of that.
Yep.
For 600 years of oppression, I don't know if any one individual will be able to knock the O, but at least the progress that we have made up to this point wouldn't have been attacked the way that we're seeing it now. We're seeing it happening with voting rights.
I know,
and
isn't that disgusting?
In our Supreme Court. And every time we turn around, we're seeing the civil rights that we have fought so hard.
So
to
many
advance.
people died for those civil rights.
To be attacked.
Yeah.
But what I do know is that we are resilient people. We are people who know for generations
Yes.
how to take care of even when they come after us. Like, we have built things. We've built many things. We're the builders of this entire country, even when they burned it all down.
And we are the culture of this country,
And we
too.
are the culture. We influence everything
They
from
love to,
popular culture to language to art to you name it. We are the one, invention,
right.
science.
That's right.
We are at the core, and there would be no United States of America without black people.
us. That's right. And I feel like, okay, so my parents both were born in 1944. Mm-hmm. So 1944 was a hell of a year because it produced so many other phenomenal people. Angela Davis, Gladys Knight, Diana Ross. Oh my God, there's more. And those women, I've grown up on those women, Patti LaBelle, and they've been like my mom's sisters, and it's just been phenomenal to be able to heal through their music.
Yeah.
Because they sing about what's going on in life, Look at Cardi B. Maybe I could be wrong about her being like the first person to say, I'm putting up this many millions of dollars to help Carmelo Anthony. But I was so proud of her because you don't get a hip hop artist as big as her to want to reverse injustice, And on top of that, she said in a social media post that she told Latinos that they wouldn't have a lot of the benefits and the freedoms and whatnot that they have if it wasn't for black people. So we don't get our props a lot of the time, but sometimes somebody understands and says thank you, and shows that they understand the truth. Mm-hmm. And the proof is right there before you. And Cardi B did that, and I just want to say thank you. Because we don't have, all of the artists that I named have stood up. And I really appreciate that. Even Michelle Obama, she said she wouldn't run for president because America's not ready for a female president. And it hurt. It hurt. Because America need to get ready, okay? America get on my nerves. Ooh!
And here we are. And we're still contributing to it. What would the city of Burlington be without Lydia Diamond?
Oh, they don't even understand. I'm coming for them.
What would Vermont be without Lydia Diamond? And even this program that you're doing, like, we continue to contribute in ways and pass down and pass around knowledge.
Absolutely.
And gifts all of the time, like what Farine does, not just this Juneteenth sailings, right? She's out
so
there
phenomenal.
in schools and everywhere. We all are touching parts of Vermont that they don't even know that we're doing to contribute to the whole, not just to our own little small community.
I love how she shares her light and her love with everybody, you know. And it's not like she's an actress. She's not. She's a storyteller, an authentic storyteller.
And that's how I see you, Lydia.
And
you're a very authentic person.
I love that.
And people know authenticity.
Thank you,
authenticity.
Mia.
We talking about truth.
Yes.
And you talking, and authenticity is truth. Is being no matter what, no matter the environment you are in, even when people look at you like you have horns coming out your head, you are authentic. And that's how I like to lead my life.
Amen.
And I know it's really hard for us to do it, especially in a state like Vermont, because it ruffles too many feathers.
It's so
very isolating.
painful. You know,
it's lonely.
And people don't see the pain that you go through. You know, even though you smiling and you want to show love, you know, through your pain. You know, so baby.
Gift. It's a gift, and you give the gift of authenticity.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
So, even in the spirit of Juneteenth, we have to keep showing our joy, remembering our joy.
Juneteenth is our joy.
Put our own spin on everything we do.
I want to throw a Juneteenth birthday party because we have so many people born on Juneteenth.
Yeah.
But they don't party enough. I'm like, we need a birthday party for
not a party anymore, Lydia.
Listen,
we gonna too old to party.
We can fix that. Ain't no such thing as too old to party, baby.
Okay, I need to go to one of your parties. You're gonna have to tell me.
I love my mom. She's been gone over 20 years, but one of the things I carry in my heart from my mom is that she celebrated me, giving me birthday parties my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, and I continue that. Just like she taught me it's okay to get upset. Because I made her upset many a time. But she never stayed upset. You know what I'm saying? And I carry that as well. I try to pass it on to my children. They'll get it eventually. I ain't gonna worry about it. I got it. And I'm thankful for it. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows me to continue. And I want to be the change I want to see in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I want to be president, but I definitely want to have a little conversation with the chump. Oh, I could fix him something. Oh,
you think so?
Baby.
You think you could fix that?
Listen.
I don't think that he's fixable.
Well, he need to have a conversation with somebody who ain't scared of his ugly ass. Ah! Anyway, he likes to attack black women, and I just want to tell him, it's not gonna work. Because, you know, I wrote a post, I was like, you ain't presidential, and you ain't never been presidential. Let me tell you. I don't wanna go there. Let's talk about Juneteenth. I'm happy. I'm happy, you know, that Juneteenth has people try to get married, which is a really big thing, because you know they talk about June weddings. People have birthdays. I got 2 friends born on June 19th. It is beautiful. They don't live here, but definitely gonna try to party with them, okay? Because we got to turn up. And I think about, you know, the 4th of July. Listen, the 4th of July for y'all, Juneteenth for us.
Yeah.
And we gonna
celebrate.
We gonna turn up for Juneteenth. I'm happy that it's on a Friday this week.
That is
we
exciting.
Get Friday, and then Father's Day on Sunday. I love that.
It's gonna be lovely. It's a lovely little
time
vacation
frame that we have right now. Yes,
we get to extend the joy.
Yes, indeed. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. You know, I wish I could be in Florida for Father's Day just to give my dad hugs and kisses and stuff. But I smooched him real good when I went down there recently.
That's good. But,
you know, I have 3 sons who are fathers.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, Lord, what am I gonna get them this time? But.
Well, I'm sure you'll be celebrating them as they deserve.
Absolutely.
And I know that when we were talking about all of the struggles that we're continuing to go through, you do worry about your future, but the best thing you can give them is you and your joy and
That's right.
your love. And look
That's
at
right.
that's what you're doing.
God is so amazing.
God is good.
I am thankful. I got 4 grandsons. Holy! Grandbaby number 8 is due next month. It's a girl.
Congratulations.
So I'm going to have 4 and 4.
There you go.
I just love being a grandma, you know.
Lovely.
Because it give me another excuse to celebrate.
There you go. So we can celebrate all year round. You're going to have enough to do that with.
So what's coming up for the Vermont Truth and Reconciliation Committee?
So yeah, we have finished taking testimonies. We have a couple more that we want to make sure we get, but other than that, we're not taking any more testimony, and we're writing a report. And the report will be out there for the public to give their commentary on in October.
What you say?
And
Already?
So that's a pretty intense process.
Time don't wait for
It
nobody.
sure doesn't. And we'll be done in May 2027.
Really?
We'll be done with our work.
Well, I think you should go to Washington because the presidential cabinet is in need of some truth and reconciliation.
Well,
For
that
real,
has
for
been
real.
proposed before, and it has not. In fact, I believe it's a current bill that's out there. Has been sort of whatever they call it, like put to sleep or whatever. There's a bill that out there for truth and reconciliation.
Well, we need more.
The country hasn't been ready, and it's nice though to see pockets of different states and cities and municipalities really do this, because that proves that there's a blueprint for it. And so if we can show on a state, in Vermont being one of the whitest states and one of the smallest states, I mean, population-wise, I think we're second, only 50,000 people that live here.
Right, and that's less than when I first got here.
Right.
Like, Lord have mercy, where they going?
Boston is like twice the size, just one city, twice the size of our
Brooklyn is
entire
bigger than the whole state. Yes.
So for a state like Vermont to take up truth and reconciliation is pretty significant. It means, we can set an example. Now, the real thing about truth and reconciliation is that we are guaranteeing truth in this process.
And that's so essential.
Truth is going to be out there. But what isn't guaranteed is the reconciliation.
And that is just as essential.
It is.
It
and
really
so
is.
the job will be after this, the legacy of this commission, it doesn't stop.
No.
It's just beginning.
That's
Because we have the truth. And now it's time after that to start working on the reconciliation. And that is up to the legislatures and the whole system, the structural system, not just our government, our legislative body, our institutions, all of the ways that it shows up to really do that reckoning.
Well, let me say thank you. I'm proud of you, Mia. I'm happy that you were chosen for this position because they got the right person, and I have truly enjoyed being a part of the Vermont Truth and Reconciliation Committee,
We have loved having you.
because I see the need, and I could see it going so much further if the gatekeepers would back off and be quiet for a little while.
That's right.
Let the work be done because it's a good thing. We need more good things going on in our lives, and I don't care about the president or his cabinet and how they feel about us. They need to learn to respect us because we have shown this country nothing but love. Now, we're not perfect, but we have been loving and kind and building and creating in spite of all of the chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We still get up and show this country love. But we don't get recognition for it or a thank you or a chance to show how much more we have to offer, So, anyway.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. It's so great to see that
good to be
beautiful
with
smile.
you.
And you better get them black girl vitamins like I told you.
I'm gonna
Mine
get
came today.
Okay.
I love that they offer something to help you that they wasn't around when I went through it. So listen, my daughter just turned 40 and I already done told her you gotta get these, you know?
Yeah. Thank you for the referral.
Yeah. And thank you for coming.
Of course.
I greatly appreciate you. And we still got more work to do.
We do. There's always work to be done.
Yes, indeed.
And we need to distribute that evenly.
I'm with you,
We need
baby.
everybody on board. It's not just a
Yes.
few of us. It's all of us
That's right.
in our own ways. Because we all do it differently.
Well, listen, God bless you.
Bless you.
Make sure you enjoy yourself on the boat. And I'll be praying for you.
Thank you.
Okay? Because I know that you get on the boat and you get comfortable, it's going to be a blessing.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Let's do it.
I love you so much.
I'll report back. I love you too, Lydia. Oh, thank you.
And let me shout out the Richard Kemp Center. They having a block party this Friday, June 19th. Juneteenth. Come out and celebrate. Thank you, thank you, thank you.